So start with our cast system. Remember cast, labeling which quadrants are positive and negative for the certain trig ratios. We can see sine is negative. So that means that we are in quadrant 3 and quadrant 4, and not quadrant 2 where sine is positive, and not in quadrant 1 where all are positive. And the domain restricts us where it says theta is less than 270 degrees. Therefore, it cannot exist in quadrant 4. So we're left with quadrant 3. And from our related acute angle, theta, we can label our triangle because we have, from our related acute angle theta, we have our opposite and hypotenuse. Remember, sine is opposite over hypotenuse. So we have our opposite is -1 and our hypotenuse is 2. Therefore, the adjacent is root 3 because that's special triangle sides, and this would be -√3 because it's going to the left in our plane. That is enough to tell us what our angle theta is. We don't really need it, but our angle theta would be 30 degrees or pi/6 radians because it's opposite of the smallest side length. The smallest angle in this special triangle out of 90 and 60 is opposite the smallest side length. Anyways, this is enough to tell us what all of these trig ratios are. So tan theta is opposite over adjacent. Opposite is -1, adjacent is -√3. We would see the negatives would cancel, and we'd have to derationalize by multiplying the top and the bottom by √3. This would give us √3/3. Next we have cos theta. Cos is adjacent over hypotenuse. So we could see that the adjacent is -√3 and the hypotenuse is 2. That's done. Secant theta we have to recognize is the inverse of cos theta. So we already have cos theta, so we can just reciprocate or flip what we have already for cos theta. So instead of -√3/2, it's 2 over -√3. And here we would derationalize the denominator because we can't have a root in the denominator. And so this would equal 2√3/3, and the whole thing is negative. Next we have cosecant theta. Cosecant is the inverse trig ratio of sine. You should remember that. Try to remember it. And we already have sine, so we can reciprocate or flip what we have for sine. So -1/2 would become -2/1. So just -2. Cotan is the inverse of tan, which we already have. So we can flip or reciprocate what we have for tan, which was √3/3 would become 3/√3. Again, we'd have to derationalize the denominator for proper form, and this would equal 3√3/3. These 3's would actually cancel, so this would be equal to just √3.